Ball in my court, high step is a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Chefing in my kitchen, got me trying to get my cake up. I thank God for all this coming to me, not straight up.
He's with us, episode 1 with Ashton Combo. What's the vibes, my guy?
I'm just chilling, man. Getting on this podcast shit, trying to switch it up a little bit, you know.
What does He's with us mean to you?
You putting in work for the wrong team. That's what it comes down to. You know what I mean?
6 on 4, maybe.
6 on 4. That's really what it means. Yeah, nah. That's I think that's. I remember the first time I heard he's with us, like somebody saying that shit, and it was about me. You know.
Wow.
Bro, I've always.
We're starting spicy.
Nah, I've always been a shooter, and my handles came later in my life. So they used to say he's with us because I was easy paper.
I feel like I heard more people say he's with us on the shot than when somebody's just trying to handle the basketball.
Oh, nah, they were saying
like oh, he's about to shoot and he's with us.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But they went with the handle with you.
I mean, because
you were looking crazy out there, Ash.
Bro, I wasn't a dribbler for a long time. I came from a product I grew up in Massachusetts, playing with a bunch of white boys and stuff. So like,
yeah, now we gotta relax a little bit. Hey, what does that mean?
I mean, it was like a Hoosiers basketball. It was like we were playing like literally.
You're not that old.
I'm 40. I'm almost 40. 39.
So yeah, we talk about Hoosiers.
But it was old school basketball. They were playing. It was moving the rock. It was flex offense the whole time. Nobody could dribble. Like my high school coach didn't let nobody dribble, ever. Like you moved the rock the entire game, man. We
probably need more of that now.
I mean, we got the teams that do that shit in college and professional basketball are wiping teams out, and they don't even have big names.
It's really about making the right decision, the quick decision, like dribble it, shoot it, pass it, don't play with it, you know?
Yeah.
I think the great teams do that. You know what I wanted to talk to you about? Because you've been a filmmaker for a long time. What made you want to get in front of the camera? And even to double down on that, when did you start to realize like you wanted to be a filmmaker, and did that coincide with your basketball career?
Yeah, the irony of everything is that like the only reason I even picked up a camera or got into film was because I thought it was gonna be easy, so I could keep my grades good to play ball. That's all I cared about, right? And I went to school, took a film program, and then I started doing some acting because of the film program. So I was an actor first.
Yeah, we're both actors then.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What
Google commercial with Giannis. I've been in a few movies.
Oh, I've seen that commercial.
Yeah.
You got back.
I did some. I was like a football coach not too long ago. Like some.
Yeah, got you in the commercial?
Nah, I was a construction worker. I was getting buckets though.
They didn't even. You played ball. You was in a.
You know how big
Giannis.
They
had you.
I don't want to
pick up bricks.
Also, I don't want to make this too much about me, but there was so much going on in that commercial. Like, not everybody. There was like 500, 600, 700 people like involved in that commercial. It was crazy. Yeah.
He didn't touch rock in the commercial.
Oh, I touched rock in the commercial. Yeah, it's up on IG. You know what I mean? Yeah. Your boy's an actor, podcaster, broadcaster, and now I'm with a filmmaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. For me, like filmmaking was secondary. Basketball was my first love. I got into it accidentally, like just really kind of like being on sets as an actor, and then next thing you know, I wanted to get a little tiny camera just to like do some test footage and whatnot, and it turned into a career. Like I did a music video for one of my boys off rip, and he was like, "Yo, you think you could do video?" I was like, "Let me see what I could do," and then next thing you know, like some people watched the video, somebody hit me up, was like, "Yo, how much you charge for that video?" I had done it for free, so I was like, "Charge?" You
shouldn't have said that.
I was like, I hit him with a price that I thought was a lot, and it wasn't. I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it for like $250," and he was like, "Bet." Now I was like, "Oh shit, I'm about to get $250."
Don't sell yourself short, man.
But I mean, it all came to fruition later on. I kind of figured out how to make money from it, and luckily, I'm at a point in my life where I do this full time. So
yeah, it's interesting. I mean, you also listen to a lot of basketball podcasts. What do you feel like is missing in that space? Because I feel like there's such a difference in the way the former players kind of like look at things and the media members. And I think there's pros and cons to both. And that's in general. Everybody obviously got their own views, but in general, like you could see like a consistent theme with players and a consistent theme with like the NBA media.
Well, one thing about life in general, I think, is that people are less private than they've ever been in the history of humanity.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? So I think that having the players give their perspective, you're hearing so many stories that you've never heard about specific players. Like I've always watched the NBA and been like, why didn't this dude play well? Why didn't this dude get more minutes? And you're hearing these stories about dudes that, you know, everyone thought were cool dudes, maybe had issues off the court. This dude didn't mess with this person. This person had bad attitude. This person never worked out. This, you know, all this stuff. Or certain people, just had personal issues that we, never came to light. So I think that that's the most interesting part from the player's perspective. It's raw, it's unfiltered. I think I just love the stories again. I love the Kobe stories, man. You know, I'm a Kobe guy.
We could see.
I'm a Kobe guy.
We could see.
Dude was he was my favorite player forever.
Where do you rank him all time?
I mean, so we got a realistic list and my list. My list is number one over Jordan, over everything.
All right. Yeah, that's kind of like me and hip hop. Like Jadakiss I think is the greatest rapper ever to me. But like on a list of the greatest rappers, realistically, I probably couldn't put him number one. You know, even though I think he raps better than everybody.
Jada. Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of ranks, you like the segue? The 2023 NBA rank came out. What sticks out to you, man? Ash. First of all, Giannis number one when Jokic just, 2 MVPs and then a chip. I don't know if that makes sense. And then, okay, we got Embiid 3, Luka Doncic 4, Steph Curry 5, Jason Tatum 6, Durant 7. I know you have some interesting takes on Durant. We got SGA at 8 and LeBron at number 9, which I think that's kind of clickbaity because I love SGA's game, but to put him right there next to LeBron was interesting. That kind of looks like crazy. Like, oh, so SGA is better than LeBron? It's like, it's tough. And then you got AD at number 10.
Yeah, I mean, I think Giannis deserves to be number one.
Really?
I think Jokic is great, incredibly great. I think what Giannis does on both ends of the court is what puts him over.
I think you could be the best two-way player in the league and not be the best player. Because there's also that thing in like making everybody around you better. And I even think, to be honest, there's more value in offense than there is in defense. Like Jokic is the guy that makes everybody around him better. He has that Jason Kidd effect, he has that LeBron effect, and he has that Magic Johnson effect.
I feel like, here's the thing. You can make people better in so many different ways. I think Giannis makes his team better.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like the amount of gravity this dude pulls gives Grayson Allen a major contract. You know what I mean? Like wide open shots. So I think that Giannis is the most dominant player in the game. I think head to head, he plays well against Jokic. I think Jokic can't really cover Giannis where Giannis can make Jokic struggle more. So I understand why Giannis is number one. I would put Giannis number one.
So I talked about this before. Like when I talk to you, right, and there's no cameras on, nobody will ever hear that conversation. But if we talk to each other on a camera, there's a residual effect. And I feel like Jokic has that same effect on the basketball court. Sharing leads to sharing. Everybody's happy. Everybody gets better. And I feel like he had that effect, and that had so much to do with what brought that team together and helped them win a championship.
Yeah, I hear that. I also think that
I always been in favor of those guys that just make everybody around them better with the passing.
I learned that later in my life how much better I became as a basketball player by giving up the rock. Like real talk, like I never passed before, right?
Yeah, I remember that a little bit about you.
No. I passed when I played with you, bro.
With me, you did pass to me. I'm not gonna lie. Fair.
I hear what you're saying, but I personally think that if Giannis doesn't get hurt, he's in the finals, and I think that
That's fair.
that's a good matchup, and I think that that's a pickup. You know what I mean?
Fair.
That's why I'm like, I get it. I think Giannis is a slightly better player. But man, Jokic is impossible to guard, man, right now. He is impossible to guard. It's like, when, they always say this about great players. When they hit that zone where they're impossible to cover, it's 3 options offensively. Bucket, assist, or foul. And that's where Jokic is right now. It's a bucket, or is it a dime, or he getting at the line. It's just like, and that's how Giannis is too sometimes. You know what I mean? Most of the time right now, you know?
Yeah.
Giannis, I mean, you see him in preseason, bro. Dude, like, dog, this dude is still shooting like 11 for 15. Like,
Yeah.
numbers is wild, bro.
You know, it's interesting, like that Dame trade happened, and then right after it, the Drew trade happened, and I think people were more enamored by the Drew trade just because it happened second.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, the Bucks added Damian Lillard, and he had stats-wise a career year last year, and that's why I feel like they're the team to beat in the East.
I agree. I mean, first of all, I feel like Dame should be straight up disrespected. Dude had the best season of his career, and now he's ranked out of the top 10. He went down.
But wait a second. Jimmy's not even in this. Like, there's a lot of guys you could point to not in this top 10.
No, isn't Jimmy in the top 10? I'm pretty sure he's
not the one I'm looking at.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, Jimmy
got to be top 10. Jimmy's a top 10 basketball player.
and Jimmy.
You know what it is? He just doesn't do what these guys do in the regular season. But in the playoffs, he's top 10.
Absolutely. I mean, he thought he was unguardable. But Jimmy's a weird player, bro.
You think he's weird? You think emo Jimmy's weird?
Jimmy, I feel like Jimmy needs a fire under his ass all the time. Like he needs his back against the wall. Like, dog, I'm like, Jimmy, bro, first quarter, where's the buckets, Jimmy? 2 shots.
What games you talking about now?
I'm talking about the finals, brother.
He was hurt. And he's not going to let you know. That's how he is. That sprained ankle versus the Knicks, it was over after that. Not over, like he could still get off in spurts, but he wasn't the same. And he's not the guy that's going to let the media know that. Yeah.
No, I love Jimmy, man. I wanted that win for him so bad. But they were playing with nobody. You know, no disrespect to the players on the Heat, bro. But they were one of the worst offensive teams in the league.
Here's an interesting placement. Kevin Durant at 7. I feel like no matter where you place Kevin Durant, it's going to be polarizing. You know who else is like polarizing in these kind of things? Ja Morant, Kyrie Irving, and Zion. Because I think, some of the older NBA players were upset about where they were placed. But I think some of the media guys looked into availability as well. So I see both sides of it.
Yeah, I mean, you have to play availability. Like, that's part of basketball now.
But
basketball.
But we heard, shouts to Gil's podcast. They were angry at the Zion thing, the Ja thing, and the, I don't know, who's the third person I named? Kyrie. Yeah, and I get it. Like, Kyrie's the most skillful player in the NBA, but.
I think Kyrie's overrated. Real talk. I think he is real talk. I think Kyrie's one of the most overrated players in the game, bro. I think he is absolutely probably top 3 most skilled players ever to touch a basketball. Real talk. Like, that's high praise. I really believe that. I think his net value is low. And I think the thing about it is, you can be a hooper or you can be a basketball player. Kyrie's one of the greatest hoopers ever to touch a ball. As a basketball player, that plays into how you mesh with your teammates, how your scoring impacts your teammates, how you impact winning, what type of defensive stuff you do, how you impact winning for the most part. Bro, when has Kyrie won?
He's a champion.
One of the greatest players of all time.
So
what
was he
doing in Cleveland before LeBron got there?
We're taking away Scottie Pippen's championships?
No, Scottie went to Eastern Conference Finals without Jordan. Scottie won 50+ games without Jordan. Kyrie couldn't get in the playoffs. Come on, fam.
Playoffs?
Bro, Kyrie couldn't get in the playoffs. Oh, I'm telling you, bro. Like, Kyrie, there's always one of those dudes.
What might not? Tell me.
There's always one of those dudes you play with. They can fill it up, bro. They're nice as shit. And they on the sidelines, bro. They're on the sidelines calling for next. And what happens? Some team loses, and they always pick up that same dude. And I used to tell them, why you pick this dude up? He don't pass you the ball. Y'all end up arguing all the time. Y'all lose. But he's one of the nicest players on the court. That's basketball.
It's fair. You know what else happens, right? There's the dude that's that nice in practice, could get buckets, but he doesn't know how to fit within the constructs of a team, and he doesn't get playing time. And he wonders, he says, the coach doesn't like me.
Of course.
That happens all the time.
I mean, dog, the thing about basketball, right, is it's not just what you do with the rocks, not what you do on the court. There's so many other facets, you know what I mean? It's how you mesh with teammates. Bro, I've
moving
always-
without the ball,
moving without the ball, but even just like, dog, like understanding how to motivate different teammates. Like, I've always had one way to tell you that you need to do something on the court, and it was you fucked up.
So you're
like,
like,
I've always been the type of person. Like, that's why I'll be honest with you. Like, my basketball personality is not the most liked.
yeah. I'm going to be getting some texts about this podcast.
Dog, bro, a lot of people
You
don't
do a
like
podcast with him?
people don't like me on the court, and it's if you talk to anybody on the court that's ever played with me, I have never called nobody out of their name, right? Never. The worst thing I've ever said to somebody is like, box out, move the rock,
I've said worse.
give it up.
I've said worse last week.
I don't call people out their names, but people get offended when I tell them what I think they should do on the court, even when they know they should do it.
Damn, just last week I told people to get the fuck off my court. So I guess I'm worse than you, but people like me more than you. That's fucked up to say.
Hey man,
I'm just messing with you.
hey bro, when you on the top of the mountain, bro, sometimes
My fault, man. You know.
I'm playing, man.
So, so with Kevin Durant, I know you have, interesting thoughts about his game, but like, he is one of the most unique superstars we've ever seen. And now you see all these guys like, Chet and Wemby coming in, and they're heavily influenced by him. But do you think that's a fair placement for KD, number 7?
Yep.
Okay.
I feel the same way about KD, as Kyrie. I think, man, that dude can fill it up, bro. I've just watched KD, like, lose way too much with way too much talent on the team. Like, for the way people talk about KD, the greatest scorer to ever play the game, like a unicorn, one of the best players ever. I've seen him play with Hall of Fame talent, superstars, MVP, and take L's way too many times.
Well, name the MVPs.
Russell Westbrook,
Okay.
James Harden, right?
We're,
Yeah,
I mean, you could kind of say
one
something
with
similar.
Steph, right?
You can kind of say if you have that argument about KD, why not have it with James, right? Like, you could have that same kind of, I think people have that same kind of thought process with James as well, and that's the MVP he played with.
100%. I agree.
Yeah.
James is overrated. What is he rated? He should be in the 30s.
Yeah, it's tough now.
Bro, look what he's doing right now. Fam.
Yeah, but people wouldn't, like, if you just look at his skill set, it's top 10, obviously, right? Just skill-wise. Yeah.
Bro, at one point, I hate James Harden. I hate that dude. I hate the way he plays.
You don't know him personally.
No. I don't hate him personally. I hate the way he plays. That's why I said.
Really?
I hate the way he plays.
It's crazy.
He's the type of dude that I could never play with. I just could never play with. He's not my style. Like, dog, when I watch, like, people often say, like, I got Chris Paul type of vibe, right? Like, not the way I play, just like the way I am on the court. People don't like me. I talk a lot, really intense.
You guys don't play.
No, we don't play like that at all. You know what I mean? But the vibe, right? When I watched him play with Chris Paul, like, that's when I was like, I'm off the shit with James Harden, bro.
No, they both were just standing around while they operate.
Chris Paul wasn't standing around. James Harden was standing around.
It was
Chris Paul would set screens for people. He would try to do. Have you ever seen James Harden set an off-ball screen in your life?
Yeah.
Come on, man. That dude don't screen for nobody, bro. He's sitting there waiting for you to give him the ball. That's all he does. If he's not on the pill, he's not doing nothing.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion of James Harden. You know what I mean? That's just me. So.
Yeah. As a filmmaker, what do you think the greatest basketball movie of all time is? I have to go with Why Man Can't Jump.
Man, the greatest basketball movie of all time. Man. If you're talking box office, it's probably Space Jam. But come on.
But I loved it when I was a kid.
Space Jam, it was lit, bro.
My son thinks the old one is better than the new one, by the way. He's watched both. He's like, I like the old one.
Man, there's no way.
What?
Oh, he thinks the old one's good.
Yeah, which one?
Okay, yeah.
He's right.
Yeah. The new one's trash. Bro, come on, man.
It was tough to watch.
Bro, come on, man.
It was tough to. Who's the
I
GOAT?
thought LeBron's going to
That's a good question. Who's the GOAT?
I think it should have made him lose. That would have been more realistic. If he had lost, he had taken him there and lost in the finals. If he had given up the shot.
You feel like NBA player and NBA career is like two different categories, right?
I do.
Yeah.
100%. Like, I think often people, I think the reason the GOAT conversation is so, there's such a variance in who people think are the GOAT is because I think people are defining it differently. You know what I mean? I think like often people look at the best basketball player versus the best NBA player. Like Kobe Bryant is a better basketball player than Magic Johnson. I just think like if you just roll him out on the court and nobody ever played in the NBA, we just playing pickup on the side.
Magic got that residual effect I was talking about Jokic.
I agree, but Kobe's a better basketball player. But Magic had a better.
He's a more skilled offensive scorer.
He's a better defender. Magic wasn't a defender. Kobe's 9-time defensive all defense team. Like Kobe's a better basketball player than Magic. I just think that like,
I think it's I don't know.
Bro, I don't even think
I don't know.
I don't even think that's an argument.
That's not an argument?
Nah. Like I think we often get blinded by people's NBA careers. Like Magic had a prolific NBA career. Dude was nasty. Nasty. But bro, Kobe as a basketball player, if
my man played center as a 19-year-old and won a chip.
Bro,
he played all 5 positions.
Bro, the NBA was about to be.
They
were about to cancel the NBA.
He's more
valuable. Going bankrupt.
He's more valuable. He's easier to play with. He's showtime, baby.
Dudes is on drugs, bro.
Bird is better than both of them, though.
Bird is not better than Kobe Bryant. Stop. You better stop that.
Peak Bird, 3 MVPs in a row.
Kobe.
3 MVPs in a row.
Man, what are you saying, Kobe? There's no way.
Guy was like 30, 10, and 10.
Bro.
For 3 years in a row.
Bird
is a way better passer than
says Kobe's better than him. Come on.
Bird says that about
Say that about everybody. Stop.
Put Bird on the court, nobody's better than him. He'll tell you that.
Come on, bro.
He'll let you know.
White dude always got to bring up Bird being the best.
But he's like, why you let this white dude guard me? That's the funny thing.
I agree. Bird was nasty, fam. Bird,
Magic, Kobe.
Bird. I think Bird and LeBron is an argument
and
that people don't talk about. Bird and LeBron is an argument.
But LeBron is over Bird and LeBron is over Magic and Kobe.
Yeah. But Kobe's better than Bird. I'm talking about some basketball players.
No. You know what? You know why you can say we're going back to the career.
You really think Bird's better than Kobe Bryant?
Bird's peak was better than Kobe's peak.
How?
Kobe's longevity? I mean, yeah, if you put it in career mode, like you said, he played like what? How many seasons?
Kobe 20.
Exactly. Bird played like 10 and 2 of them.
I'm not talking about career. I'm not talking about NBA player. I'm talking about just a hooper. Like, we go out in the court, fam.
I'm taking Bird. Bird does everything.
Bird couldn't guard this.
Who cares?
Dog, that's basketball.
Who cares?
Defense is part of basketball.
Look what Jokic did this year.
You don't play defense. That's your problem, man.
That's true.
You don't play defense, so you don't care about defense.
That's fair.
That's what, I'm telling you.
I said this today. I dunked on a lot more people that dunked on me. 1, because I was a pretty good in-game dunker. 2, because I played no defense.
Bro, defense is more important than offense, man.
Here's a good question. Does every generation get better?
Better? More skilled. Absolutely.
And more
better?
And more athletic.
Yeah, more skilled, more athletic. Absolutely. Talent? Absolutely. Better? No. I don't believe that.
Why not?
Because I think that being good at basketball is not about your skill. It's not always about your skill set. Okay, this is a great analogy that I used to say to people all the time. You play video games, you play fight video games and shit like that, right? All right. Who's better at like, let's say Mortal Kombat or Street Fighting, something like that? Who's better? The dude that knows every move, the finishing moves, he can hit you with every single move, he knows all the combos, all that shit. Or the dude that knows one move but hits you with that one move every single time and beats you.
Would you apply that to Harden, Kyrie, and KD?
Yeah.
That's crazy though, because they're some of the best.
100%. Like, dog, that's what it comes down to. Like, there's some dudes that are so much more skilled in this generation than players back in the day. And then I bet you, like, a dude like on his on day, like Derek Coleman would cook fucking Jokic. Cook him. No. I'm talking about offensively. Like Derek Coleman, when he was on, he was one of the best post players in the game.
But he,
I'm just
I
saying,
understand.
like, he couldn't guard him.
Derek
Jokic couldn't guard him. That's all I'm saying.
That's fine. Derek Coleman would get buckets, but it would be nothing in terms of his team beating a Jokic team.
I agree, but I'm talking about just going head to head. Head to head.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean?
I mean, AD got his 30, right?
100%, you know what I mean? Like, so, like, but I guess I use Jokic as a bad example. So maybe like Jaren Jackson Jr., something like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, defensive player of the year. Derek Coleman probably giving him 35, 40.
You like Derek Coleman, huh?
I'm just saying a legit post player, or like Kevin McHale is giving. Kevin McHale
was really tough, like that could hybrid that kind of like post type work. Grant Hill.
Oh yeah.
Like in that first step and like
Grant Hill, bro. Every time I watch Grant Hill,
he went that Scottie Pippen.
I get pissed, bro. I get pissed because that dude was he was LeBron before LeBron, fam.
People say that. Yeah.
Dog, he was so
Him or
good,
Penny?
man. Him or Penny? Who's better?
Grant Hill or Penny Hardaway?
Man, that's so hard, bro. That's so hard, bro.
I think I'm going Grant Hill.
Dog, that's so
But Penny
hard,
did get
bro.
farther in terms of team success. I
don't know what
unless
to
you
say.
count like older Grant Hill in this, then he
Penny was so nasty though. Like
I think
Penny
Grant was better.
probably.
But Penny was a better passer, and I do say I like
Grant was a great passer too. That's people forget that Grant.
Not as good as Penny.
Pass.
Not as good as Penny.
No, Penny was like magic. You know what I mean? Penny was stupid athletic, super quick, incredible
Feel.
left hand, right hand, finishing ability.
I mean, okay, put it this way.
But he turned into a spot up shooter.
Put it this way. Neither of them is a bad ISO player or bad feel, but Penny had more feel, and Grant Hill had a better ISO game.
Yeah, man.
That was the difference. Like Grant Hill, 1-on-1,
Yeah.
nightmare first
It's
step.
also error, bro.
But Penny was like, he made everybody around him
It's
better.
also error. Like if Grant Hill played now, he wouldn't been as nice. No disrespect. The game is stretched out.
He would have figured it out.
He couldn't shoot three. No, he would be nice.
He would shoot threes in this era, and he'd be fine. Just like Scottie
I
Pippen.
don't know about that. Hit a different shot from three. He pulled up.
The information is different now, bro.
Nah, Grant
There's more
Hill might be Tobias Harris in today's era.
All right, let's end on that note.
All right.
Tobias Harris being Grant Hill, because we might have to talk about that on the next pod. So if you hoop with somebody and he's with us, tag them in the comments. I am Combo. This is Ash, and we're out of here.